Palisades Tahoe Ski Resort is going to reopen today after the deadly avalanche that happened less than 24 hours ago.
Yeah, but parts of it will remain off limits as crews dig out and assess the overall damage. KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo is live at Palisades near Truckee. And Melanie, what are you learning about what happened this morning?
Well, we have some new information about the status of where that avalanche happened yesterday. In the meantime, we do want to reference as well that the resort is trying to get back to normal. They have their snowplows out and they're readying things for the skiers and riders who make their way up to the resort today. But backing up to yesterday, take a look at the area where the avalanche happened. We have a map to show you of where things took place around 9:30 yesterday morning on the Palisades side of the resort. It all happened above the GS Bowl area of the KT22 run. This is the first day of the season for that lift, which was deemed safe to open at 9 o'clock yesterday morning. The Placer County Sheriff's Office ultimately identifying the 66-year-old man, Kenneth Kidd, as the person who died in that avalanche. He was a resident of the Point Reyes area and also the Tahoe Truckee areas. The other person who was hurt did suffer a non-life-threatening injury, we are told. Now, both were guests at the resort. Palisades Tahoe saying that two other guests were caught in the slide, but they were not hurt. Palisades Tahoe did post on its website this morning the status of things up here. And it writes, in part, following yesterday's incident, we have lost the access road to KT22 due to avalanche debris. Access roads are required to get snowcats and snowmobiles up to the mountain to spin the lift, and it requires a lot of work to put these roads in. The resort going on to say it will be a rigorous snow safety morning for both Palisades and Alpine today, since both mountains closed just shy of 11 a.m. yesterday. It will take longer to assess all terrain and get everything open once again. Now, the resort also expressing that things will be delayed. They will have more delays than they normally do, according to their website, and they have expressed their appreciation for people's patience as they work to get things back to normal up here. Reporting live at Palisades Tahoe this morning, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
All right, so let's bring in Brian Hickey. He was a competitive skier in college, avid backcountry skier as well. What do crews do to try to prevent things like this from happening?
So whenever there's a storm cycle, as there was last night, they're going to be out there probably right now, up there on the lifts right now, evaluating avalanche danger. They'll go up there with avalanche charges in their backpacks, where they're literally hand charging, throwing off explosives into those bowls, trying to trigger what could be an avalanche that would be otherwise triggered by a skier. Now, they do their best efforts. They document everything when a slide occurs, what weather conditions happen, and so with all of that information, they try to mitigate the risk. But obviously, things can happen, things can go sideways, and this is one of those areas where this is a legendary lift. Everybody knows KT22, and this is, when you're going up the lift, this is looker's left. You jump off the lift, and everyone just wants to bomb down in the powder there, and unfortunately, there was a release yesterday.
And this, I mean, like you said, this is known around the world for advanced skiers. The interesting thing about this, I think, is very jarring to people, is that this happened inbounds.
Yeah.
This is not people going backcountry who triggers them. This is an unexpected thing to a lot of people.
And what was kind of unexpected for me was this was in the main bowl, GS Bowl, which again is just off to the left of the chairlift. I'm always kind of have a heightened sense of alert when I'm going off those little rollers that are down lower that may not have been hit by ski patrol. They're focusing on the big bowls. They know where the known avalanche paths are, but then you get those little kind of smaller little rolls and stuff. This places where I like to go find little pockets of powder, and even something like that can be deadly. If it triggers, it slides, it runs you into a tree, sends you upside down into a tree well. So the hazard's always going to be there. The resorts do the best they can to mitigate that, but this is just an unfortunate event.
Yeah, it's triggered a lot of conversations in families. I know we had a pretty blunt talk with our two teenage boy invincible skiers just about things that can happen and what can you do to be safe.
Have a buddy. I have a beacon that I use for backcountry skiing. I wouldn't go out in the backcountry without a beacon, a probe, and a shovel. On powder days, a big powder day especially, I still ski with my beacon, even when inbounds. Why not? I have it.
Good
All
to
right.
know.
Thank
All right,
you,
Brian,
We
thanks for
appreciate
your
it.
take.
We'll continue talking to Brian about different aspects of this story from 7 to 10 over on My 58 as well. And the coverage, as I said, would continue this morning. A reminder, don't forget you can always get updates on any of our stories through our KCRA app. It's free to download, so if you have the push alerts on, you'll get those major updates.